Hello everybody, welcome to the very first video of the Korea Insider channel. In this channel, I will take you to the places and tell you the stories that only an insider would know. But before you are taken there, you need to know where we are going, right? Cannot trust anyone these days. So I'd like to start by showing you 3 map sites. Those sites are map.google.com, and map.neighbor.com, and map.kakao.com. I will show you one at a time. You probably know Google Maps very well. I'd like to show you a little more, just to make sure that everybody's on the same page. When you see Korea, you got to look for this W shape. That's the Han River, and this will guide you well when you want to navigate to a place on a map. I use that as my guide. So in this case, I'd like to use that guide, and you see this W shape here. At the bottom of the first bend here, you go straight up, then you will run into the Gyeongbokgung Palace here. This is the one I'm talking about. Okay, so you can click this icon to see a satellite view, and click again to see the map view. And also you can click this little guy to have a street view. So you can click anywhere, and you will have the street view of that place. You probably know all this. Okay, so now we will do the same on this neighbor. So again, you know how to zoom in, slide, and so on. And you right away, are you looking at this W here? So you know where you are, even if you could not read this writings here. And from the bottom of the first bend of the W, I went straight up, and that's where you will see the palace. It's blocking my view. Here we go. You see it. Okay. So how do you get the satellite view? It's this icon. Click here and you will have a satellite view. And you click here, you see the map view. I think I should get in a little closer. Satellite view and map view. Okay. How do you see the street view? Street view is this one. I am using this Google Translate, and it's trying to show me in English. It's translating all this advertising, but it's not translating the map. Probably all these are graphics. So you have to navigate by recognizing the patterns here. So that's why I'm showing you all this here. So you got to use this one to see the street view. So you go there and you click anywhere, such as here, then you will see that. This, I find it very annoying. When you did this here, you were given a prompt on whether you want to see a zoomed view or the full view. You should select the full view. I think it was the bottom selection. If you didn't, you got to go through the gymnastic I'm doing here. I got to see this maximum view every time to see the shape here. So this way you can see the street view, and you can click here to maximize it, and you can slide this one to open it. So this way you can actually see the view and see where our little guy is. You can just click anywhere you want, and the little guy will jump. You can turn around and see the view there. Okay, I will close this. And I'd like to show you something very interesting and shocking. Probably I cannot do it here because this is high security area. This is where the Korean equivalent of White House, that is the White House, the presidential palace was here. So this is high security area, and what it means is that the aerial view was not allowed. You cannot take pictures from the sky. So in the places that you could take aerial view, such as Gangnam here, so this is the hottest area. So out of this W shape here, if you go to the tip of this middle W here, this is Gangnam. So we are going to go there and suitably zoom in somewhere, and I do street view on, let's say, Gangnam-yeok. So here, I will just click here. And then I got this, and I will maximize it. There we go. So I see you have street view, all right, but here's the interesting thing that I wanted to show you. This neighbor map allows you for aerial view. When you do this, you literally go to the sky. More than that, you can fly by clicking to different places. So you can actually see from the sky. This is the Namsan, South Mountain If you go beyond that, then you go to the Inwangsan. This is where the Gyeongbokgung Palace was. And as I'm going there, you see, it doesn't allow me to approach it. It just goes around it, but will not let me go in there. As I said, it used to be the highest security area, and it's not allowed to be approached. Okay, so let's go to the last map that I'm going to show you. It's called the Kakao map. And here it is. Again, zoom in is the same. And you notice this W shape here. Let's go to the same spot, top of this bend here, and you see this Gyeongbokgung here. Okay, so how do you see the satellite? Satellite is here is a sky view. That's the satellite. So you have this view from the sky, and this is the regular view. And then this is the street view. So you click here. Whew. I think this has the most detailed street view. In fact, you can tour inside the Gyeongbokgung, as you can see here. Should we see inside somewhere? So go here, click, and we have it. So here's the Gyeonghwaeru that we see, and we can enlarge this here, so you can see, you can walk around in different spots and tour the place. Isn't it very nice? This small lake, this pond, used to freeze in the wintertime. It doesn't freeze anymore. So when I was young, I used to go skate here because I lived nearby. Okay, so we've seen the sky view and other things here. But the sky view here in the Kakao has an interesting feature. So let me get rid of this street view here so that I can see better. This has a sky view of different years. So you can go to 2008, what it looked like, and then 9, what it looked like, and so on. You can have different views from different years. Isn't it nice? Let me go to the neighbor. Actually, let me go to do the street view here. So if I go here, street view, and let me go to some residential area, like this part. Okay, so we have a nice, this is a Seocheon area, one of the tourist area. You would not have a store like this in residential area. But what I wanted to show you is that you have different dates. You can actually have a historical view from 2009 to different years. So let me do this here, for example, here. And I can do this side-by-side comparison here. So I can do this to see. So in 2009, there was this guy walking on the street, but in 2023, the guy is not there anymore, for instance. You can notice this important differences here. But what's more important is, as you navigate here, you will see how much the stores change. The rise and fall of different stores is really staggering, but by using this, you can compare them. Now, you can do the same in, let me go down to the ground here, in this neighbor site as well. So let me do the street view, and let's go to some harmless residential area somewhere. I'm just picking random places here, so you don't have to be stressed out as to where I'm picking here. So let me go to this residential area and pick it like this. Okay, let me enlarge it. And again, so I got this view here. But the thing is, you can actually choose what time frame you want to see. You can go back quite a bit, over 10 years. So you will see the what store was there and which building was there and so on. So you can travel in time as if you have a time machine flown to Korea. That's very nice. And I wonder if you can do that with a sky view. They have this here as well. So you can see what the streets looked like back then. I'm down to the ground here. So probably, I'm not sure if I can do that from the sky. I haven't tried it. So you can have a different time frame. The same goes for Google, except they are hopelessly out of date. For example, this one, they only have few years and non-recent. Nothing in 2024, the time of my recording. So it's quite inferior when it comes to having this past record. So I'm using this Google Maps so that you are familiar with it. You can navigate the city. You can take all public transportations using Google, but you cannot navigate street by street using Google Map because the Korean government didn't allow it. But you can using this Google Naver Map as well as Kakao Map. You can, if you're driving, you can use this to guide you. Not the web page, but the app that I'm talking about. But Google, even if you use the map, Google Map app on your phone, still you cannot navigate with it. And another pros and cons I want to show you is this. So let me turn off the street view. It's this one. And let me go to this 경복궁 here. Okay. So if I see the satellite view, I see this. Let me zoom in a little more at the building level. Oh, I cannot see it. I think it has to do with it being a high security area until a few years back, 2 years back. But if I go to the same spot in Naver Map and want to see the satellite, whoa, you can see really crystal clear. How about in Kakao Map? Let me close this here. And let me close this street view. And let me close this street view. And let me go to look for the W. Here's the W. And I go to top. This is so confusing. Let me see a map here. There we go. So here is this, where's my W? At the bottom, I got to go straight up. It's here. Okay, so let's see the satellite view of this guy here. See, it's so much clearer, isn't it? So that's why I use the other two to guide you. But I don't think it's as bad if you go to the other areas, such as this Gangnam area. Here's the W, the tip of this middle top. If you go down here, you go to this heart of Gangnam. Here's the Gangnam-yeok, it says. So if I go down here, you see it's pretty sharp. Then again, I'm looking at Kakao Map. I'm sorry. I thought I was looking. So here's the Gangnam-yeok. And that's what it looks like. So if I went to Gangnam-yeok, let's see, zoom out, go to W, the top. If I go down, here's Gangnam Station. Here we go. So that's what it looks like. You can see down to each car. Was it like that? Oh yeah, more than cars here. Okay, how did our Google Map fare on this? So I go to the top of the W, go down a bit, and I will see have this. I'm getting confused, so I will see the layers here. And Gangnam-yeok is here. All right, let's see the satellite. Okay, it's not so hot. So we'll forget about the satellite when it comes to the Google Map. We'll use these to guide us throughout the country. But again, when you are moving around and using the public transportations, then this is your guide. However, we will come back to Google Map when we need to poke around. That is, let me show you here. Here is this Yongsan area. Okay, you see this here. This is where the U.S. Army base used to be. The same area, okay, where is it? It is at the first lower part of the, see here, of the W here, okay? So this is the U.S. Army base. If we go to our favorite, sharp, high-resolution Naver Map, and you go to the same spot, you don't see the Army base. Look at that. It looks like it's a forest. This is the museum, Korean part. This is the U.S. Army base part. So it looks like there was some Amazon rainforest in the middle of the city. This is mountain, so it's a Namsan. So this is true, but this is a cover-up. Let me go to Kakao Map. And let's go to here. Again, it looks like there's a thick forest in the middle of the city, right? Completely underdeveloped. But the truth is in the Google Map. It's this. It's Army base. And the mountain is mountain, even in Google Map. So each one has pros and cons. Google hides the least, but it has low resolution. So with it, now you know where I'm taking you. And you also know how to get there yourself. Excellent. So please join me for the real inside stories and places from the next video.